everyone, welcome to this vlog. Today is September 1st, which means it is the first day of Becca's Bookoplathon and the Magical Readathon, which are two of my favorite readathons ever. I love them so much and I'm so excited that they're taking place in the same month. Oh my god, I'm so excited. So if you saw my TBR video, you'll know that I'm doing my rolls for Becca's Bookoplathon throughout the month. So I haven't done my first roll yet, so I'm gonna go do that shortly, but I need to intro this vlog. I just filmed 2 videos and I am exhausted, especially because one of those videos was the Truth or Dare book tag, and if you saw that video, I kept getting the worst dares and I'm so tired now. But anyways, yeah, I am so excited for these 2 readathons. I printed everything out. I am ready to go. So let's just go downstairs and do my first roll. I'm so excited. Okay. Okay, here I am. Here's the board. So the reason I don't have any community shelf cards, I'm doing what I did last year. If I land on that space, I will just go and pick a prompt from my prompt jar. It seems silly to make community shelf cards when I already have a prompt jar. And then in the chance cards, I have all the books that are on my September TBR, as well as a bunch of ARCs that I've been approved for. And that way this can force me to read them because I often fall behind on my ARCs. And I have this little purple thing to guide me around. So, oh my god, I'm very nervous. Hopefully I could get this in frame. Let's see. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, so that's one of the books. Okay, my camera died just as I started moving my spot, but if you can't see, it's one of the buzzword spaces. It's the one with girl, boy, people, all of that on it. So let me think about what book I can do. Okay, so the first prompt that I got, sorry I look so yellow right now, but the first prompt I got was the buzzword prompt for like a title of a person. So boy, girl, man, woman, king, queen, all of those. And the book that I think I'm gonna go with is Ferryman by Claire McFall. I got an ARC of this book and I am supposed to be reviewing it for bookstagrammers.com. So I figure maybe I should get this out of the way while I can, because this is one of the books that I have to read this month. So this is perfect because this was the first book that I picked for my September TBR, and that's gonna be the first book that I read in September. So I'm very excited about this book. I'll give a synopsis once I start it and know a bit more about it, but I'm very intrigued by it and it's pretty short, so that's always good. But obviously it has Ferryman in the title, so that works. So yeah, so that's gonna be my first book. And in terms of the Magical Readathon, I did print out all this stuff here, but I think I'm gonna use this for the Ruin of the Sky prompt, which is to read a book featuring ghost, haunted house, or other supernatural elements, because I'm pretty sure, based on the synopsis, there are supernatural elements in this book. So I think I'm gonna use it for that, for the Magical Readathon. So yeah, I'm very excited, yay! It was so weird, like, not knowing what my first book is gonna be. I do like doing my rolls throughout the month though, so that's gonna be my first book. So I'm probably not gonna start it right now. It's around 3:30 right now. I just kind of want to decompress after filming, especially after filming that Truth or Dare video. Oh my god, that took a lot out of me. But yeah, so I think I'm probably gonna switch a bit and then read. I did make the mistake of last night, not only did I start my rewatch of Sex Education because the season 3 is coming out soon and I want to refresh my memory, but I also started playing Breath of the Wild again. I did start that like a year and a half ago now, and then I stopped for reasons. So I decided to restart and play the way that I want to play. But anyways, so that might have been not the best decision to do the night before. I'm doing 2 readathons, but it's fine. I'm still gonna read a lot, okay? So I'm gonna go play Switch a bit and then I will read, I promise. But yeah, I'm very excited. Let me know if you guys are participating in this readathon. I just want to chat about it and I'll talk to you guys later. So I didn't really have much to update on yesterday. I didn't actually read very much the past few days, and last night we had our live show for the Whiners for She Who Became the Sun, which if you tuned in you know that I DNF'd that book, and Rachel actually explained like what happened in the rest of the book, and I know for a fact that I definitely enjoyed hearing her talk about it more than I would have enjoyed it reading it, because I didn't know what was going on in that book. But anyways, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about Ferryman. So I've read 80 pages of this so far, so not a super strong start to the readathon, but I think I knew that this first week would be kind of stressful. I did have a pretty stressful day today, but I survived. Everything is fine, but I am exhausted now because I've just been stressed all day. So I honestly don't know if I'm gonna read too much tonight. My plan is after I film this, probably gonna go watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine because I missed the episodes last night, and then I'm probably just gonna play Switch and watch Sex Education, honestly. But it's fine. So yeah, I'm pretty tired, but I do get a pretty good feel of what this book is about now. So we're following this girl named Dylan, and Dylan is at the beginning of the book, she's on a train on her way to meet with her father because she hasn't seen her father in like 10 years. So she's on her way to meet up with him, but then all of a sudden something happens and she wakes up and the train has crashed. So she leaves the crash site and she runs into this boy named Tristan, and at first he seems very weird and mysterious and he's like, follow me, I know where to go. But then after like a few days she's getting very suspicious because she doesn't understand how they haven't seen anyone since the crash, and she didn't see any of the other victims for the crash. So basically we find out that she actually died in the train crash and he is a ferryman, hence the title, and it's his job to kind of guide her soul to move on, I guess, is the impression I'm getting. But there are these beings called wraiths who are trying to capture her soul, and if they succeed then she will become one of them. So he's trying to guide her before the wraiths can get her. So it's a pretty cool premise. Honestly, I'm not loving it so far. I think this book was originally published in the UK in 2013, and the way it's reading, I don't know if the author like updated at all since she first published it, or if it's just releasing for the first time in the US as it was in 2013, because this definitely reads like a very 2013 YA fantasy. Also, like, I mean, obviously we know there's gonna be a romance between these two, and it's very insta-lovey. Like, he keeps being like, I want to protect her, but I'm not sure why. And I'm like, you know why? Like, I don't know. So it's very cheesy so far, but I'm still enjoying it. I just need to get into it more because I've only read 80 pages, so I've only read the beginning so far, but hopefully I'll read at least a bit tonight. And I do work tomorrow, and I tend not to read too much on the days that I work, but I'm hoping to at least finish this in this vlog, especially because it is so short, and I would love to do at least 2 rolls in this vlog, but we'll see. That's my reading update, and I guess life update. And yeah, so I'm gonna go watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and tomorrow I have work. And after that I have a few days to relax before school starts on Wednesday. I'm so tired. But I will say, the stressful thing that I did today, I'm very proud of myself for doing it, and I'm proud of myself for getting through it, and now it's done and I don't have to ever think about it again. So I just wanted to say that out loud, and you guys at home can be proud of me. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm gonna go, and I will talk to you guys maybe tomorrow, probably Sunday to be honest. But yeah, see you later. Actually updated in a few days. I think the last time was Friday, but It's Monday now. Last night I did some reading sprints on my channel by myself, which I haven't done in a really long time. I've only done solo reading sprints once before on my channel, so I was pretty nervous, but the reason I did them was because I just needed to get my butt into gear because I still hadn't finished any books in September, and I definitely want to be successful with these 2 readathons. But I ended up reading a lot last night. I read like 120 pages or something, so that was really successful and I had a lot of fun. So if you came to my sprints, thank you so much. Like, I had so much fun just chatting with you guys. But yeah, like I said, I got a lot of reading done last night, and then today I read the rest of Ferryman by Claire McFall, and I didn't love it. Like, when I started this book, I knew it probably wasn't going to be something that I loved a lot. Like, I just didn't get that feeling that I was gonna love this book. And then there were parts in the middle that was like, okay, like, I'm enjoying this. Again, I'm not loving it, but this is probably gonna be like a 3-star or something. But then the rest of the book just, I don't know. It just wasn't good. In my opinion, which I feel really bad because this seems to always happen with arcs that I get sent, especially because I specifically requested this one to review because I thought it sounded interesting, and now, like, in my wrap-up I'm gonna have to send them my video with my review of this book, and I'm gonna try my best to be as positive as I can about it, because the thing with this book is that this is definitely written very young, like very young adult. Like, if I had read this when I was like 13, 14, I think I would have loved this. And I think I think I already said in this vlog, but it was originally published in 2013 and it's now being published in North America. And if I had read it when it first came out, I think I would have loved this. And like, if you're watching this and you're like 14, 15, I think you might really like this. The best way I think that I can describe this book is that it reminds me a lot of Twilight, but it's less problematic. Like, these 2 characters remind me a lot of Edward and Bella, especially the female character Dylan. She reminds me so much of Bella because she doesn't really have a personality and she's very clumsy. Like, her being clumsy is one of her biggest personality traits. The amount of times this girl trips or falls over, I was like, okay, like, oh my god. And like, of course he finds it endearing, and I'm like, what? Like, I don't know what it is with like YA fantasy female protagonists and them being clumsy. I don't know, but there was also like, they fell in love very quickly, and normally I don't mind insta love. Like, you know, I think insta love can happen, especially when you're a teenager. Like, sometimes you just see a person, you're like, wow, I'm in love with you. So normally I don't mind it too much, but in this book it was so fast. Like, first of all, this guy, the ferryman, his name is Tristan, and he's been a ferryman for like thousands and thousands of years, and he has helped so many people cross over this wasteland. Like, he has met so many people, and you're telling me that she is unlike any person he's ever met before, and she's the first person that, when he told her that she died, she's the first person that didn't break down right away. Like, she had a reaction that he'd never seen before. Like, I don't really believe that. And also, like, after all this time, she's the only one that he feels relatively attracted to. Like, I just don't really believe that if he's met all these people and like she's different from all the other ones, when like maybe I would believe that if there was something extraordinary about her, but there was nothing special about her except the fact that she just fell down all the time. So there was just a lot of things like that in this book. There's also like, at the beginning, because you go back and forth between their point of views, and at the beginning there would be page breaks differentiating like the different point of views, but then they just kind of stop. And so sometimes we'd be in her head, but then all of a sudden we'd be in his head, and I'd be like, wait, what, like, when did this happen? And it could be that it's just because this is an art copy and maybe they'll finish that for when the book comes out, but I found that really jarring. Like, I didn't know what was going on. And then the whole ending of this, I didn't like it. I thought it was kind of really silly. So I gave it 2 stars, but like I said, if you really want to read like a silly kind of fun fantasy romance, then sure, pick this up. It comes out in October, and like I said, if you're a young YA reader, like, I think you might enjoy this, especially if you like Twilight. I would recommend this over Twilight because this is not problematic, but yeah, I didn't love this. but I'm happy to have finished my first prompt for both readathons. So now I get to do my second roll for Bookoplathon and then also pick a book and decide how that will work for the magical readathon. So I'm gonna do that now. Okay, here we are. Excuse my neighbor just sawing something right now. I don't know why he's decided now is the best time to do that, but here we go for our second roll. This is where we landed last time. I'm nervous as usual. Let's try to get this in frame. A 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, gods. Okay, I'm definitely gonna need to think on this one. Okay, so I think I have made a decision. I just sat here thinking for so long because there's not really an obvious choice from any of the books that are on my TBR except for Mistborn probably, but I really don't feel like picking that up right now. I feel like I'm still recovering from reading The Way of Kings, and I have a feeling that if I picked up Mistborn right now, it would put me into a slump. Like, I know it's pretty long too, and I just have a feeling like it would take me super long to read. This is not really what I want to be reading the week I go back to school when I'm all stressed. Like, I don't want to try to invest in this complicated adult fantasy world, you know? Anyways, I don't need to explain myself. So, the book I picked, I think it counts because I looked on the Google Doc for like all the prompts for the Bookoplathon and explaining like what each prompt means, and it says that it could be a godlike character, so I'm just gonna use that, and I think this works. But the book I'm gonna go with is Dark Rise by C.S. Pacat. This is an arc that, this is another arc, wow, I just realized that I was approved for because it was at Frenzy Presents for HarperCollins Canada, so that's very exciting that I got approved for it. That was the first time I had heard of this book, but it sounded so good. So I'm gonna read the Goodreads synopsis and hopefully you will see where I'm coming from, that this has godlike characters. So it says, the ancient world of magic is no more, its heroes are dead, its halls are ruins, and its great battles between light and dark are forgotten. Only the stewards remember, and they keep their centuries-long vigil, sworn to protect humanity if the Dark King ever returns. Like, that could be the godlike character. 16-year-old dock boy Will is on the run, pursued by the men who killed his mother. When an old servant tells him of his destiny to fight beside the stewards, Will is ushered into a world of magic where he must train to play a vital role in the oncoming battle against the dark. That's all I really want to read, but the Dark King, the Dark, I feel like that's a godlike character, so I'm gonna do that. And this book is kind of long, so hopefully I can get through it quickly enough. I mean, hopefully I like it. But in terms of the magical readathon, I am looking at these prompts, and I think the only thing this could work for is the prompt for the novice path entrance, which is to read a book with a map. I am hoping there is a map in this book, but since it is an arc, I don't know if there will be a map because I have the ebook copy, so I don't know if there will be a map in it. I have a feeling it won't, but it's a fantasy book, so I would assume once it comes out there will be a map, because that's really the only thing I can count it for, unless I just count it for like read a 5-star prediction, because maybe it'll be 5 stars. I don't really know what to expect. Or a book that keeps tempting you, because ever since I heard about it, it sounded very interesting. I don't think there's a school setting, so I guess we'll just have to read it and see. I mean, I guess it's not the worst thing in the world if it doesn't count for anything for the magical readathon, but anyways, so that's gonna be my next book, even though it wasn't on my September TBR, but I did want to get to some of the arcs that I got approved for recently, so that's still good. So I will probably start this tonight, but before that I definitely need to shower and then probably watch more Sex Education. I'm almost done my rewatch actually, and I've also still been playing Breath of the Wild. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I have found a horse and I'm trying to bring it back to the stable and I just keep losing my way, but it's fine. But yeah, so that's my second roll, and I will update again tomorrow. Hopefully I will have already started Dark Rise, and tomorrow will be the last day of this vlog, so I'll come back to end the vlog, but yeah, so see you guys tomorrow. Hi guys, it is Tuesday now and I am here to wrap up this vlog. Last night I did start Dark Rise by C.S. Pacat, but I didn't get too far into it because I was pretty tired, so I only read the first few chapters, and then I read a bit today, but not that much. But so far I'm enjoying it. I am definitely intrigued, so I have a good feeling about this book, but I guess we'll see. But yeah. The reason I sound out of breath is because I go back to school tomorrow and I am very stressed. It's gonna be my first time having classes in person in a year and a half, and I know a lot of people are going through the same situation right now. I only have one class that's actually in person, but tomorrow I have my class that's in person, and then 15 minutes later I have another class that's online, so I'm gonna have to find somewhere that's quiet enough to do my online class, but like I don't think I can do it in the library because like I don't know if I'll need to talk or anything, so I'll have to figure that out. But that's kind of why I'm stressed, and also just nervous to be around all those people again. And I mean, I just generally get stressed at the beginning of a semester anyways, so but I'm sure it's gonna be fine. So yeah, stay tuned for next week's vlog and I'll talk a bit about it if you guys want. Unless you don't care, then that's fine. But yeah, so I had a fairly successful first week of these 2 readathons. I mean, I only finished 1 book, but I'm glad that I at least like got 1 book done and started another, so at least there's that. We'll see how school affects my reading, but hopefully it'll be okay. But yeah, I also wanted to mention that I realized after I filmed that clip yesterday, I did realize that I can use dark rise for the buzzwordathon because the word for September is dark, and I do have my Dark Vanessa on my TBR and I'm still hoping to get to that this month, but at least this like ensures that I will get the buzzwordathon done for this month early in the month. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for this vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you guys are participating in the Bookoplathon or the Magical Readathon or both or neither. Just let me know, and thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon with another video soon. Bye!